Violent shootings, violence itself is an ugly, ugly situation. This reckless gunplay is damaging so many individuals, and the stories can't be told enough about the depth of the damage that's been done in Metro Louisville.
Their stories are ones we hear far too often. Thousands of children in our community whose lives are forever changed by gun violence.
A Louisville program that aims to heal those children is getting the attention of the FBI, which is now using future healers as an example of how to help kids across the country.
Community. It's a word we use often, but it has many different meanings.
Nothing but smoked barbecue.
It could mean a barbecue with friends.
Ketchup and mustard if you want to put some on your burger.
Or it could mean the people who live in your neighborhood.
Yo, listen up.
But some are thinking big when it comes to their community.
The collaboration effort here is tremendous.
Anti-violence activist Christopher 2X, U of L Health, the Louisville Zoo, and the FBI. They are all working together to help their community, the city of Louisville.
There's one thing I've learned over time, regardless if you're connected to law enforcement, if you're connected to the medical arena, or any part of a community, we all have a common interest on wanting to see the best for kids.
Nearly 1,000 people were either killed or hurt by gunfire in Louisville last year. So far this year, nearly 100 people have been killed and more than 200 others have been hurt by gun violence.
You know what this stuff does?
Open the body.
Yeah.
The Future Healers program brings kids ages 4 to 13 who have been impacted by gunfire into a medical setting, teaching them how to care for themselves and for each other.
These bullets damage organs, right? But those kids are studying about what
You got to wear that stuff when you're
happens to organs and how diseases and even this kind of trauma can be treated through healthcare professionals.
Is this a boy or a girl?
This is a boy.
The Future Healers Got Zoo Buddies takes the program a step further.
Sea lions can use their front flippers to kind of sit up on there.
Learning about the animals and how to care for them as well.
This is real life, and it's happening really close to where I'm raising my kids. We're shielded from it a little bit, and I think it's important to have the community understand that these are real families. These are real kids. They're wonderful, sweet little kids that are dealing with these things in their daily lives.
My heart is broke, my world is dark, and yes, I'm still grieving. An uncle, a nephew, a cousin, a brother, you know, he wears so many roles, and so we lost a great person that day.
Deidre Latham lost her fiance to gun violence last year. Her kids lost their father.
It affects security, anxiety. You know, you can even start seeing depression and PTSD in children.
Her children were at the zoo the day the Louisville FBI Special Agent in Charge, Jody Cohen, showed up.
We will never know what they go through on a daily basis, even post whatever traumatic event happened to them. So if we can just put a smile on their face for one day, they might say, I want to be an FBI agent, or I want to work at the zoo, or I want to be a doctor. And again, it goes back to that trust and feeling that, you know, we are here to help and not always just to be there in a negative way.
Building that trust, she says, is important, and it's how she and all of the people involved in this program ended up in a panel discussion in Washington, D.C. The FBI allowed WDRB to be in the J. Edgar Hoover building for that conversation, and trust was echoed that day from the highest level of the FBI.
Success in our ability to carry out the mission relies heavily on the trust that we earn and maintain. And in order to earn that trust, we must really listen to what those who we serve are telling us and work to fully understand those perspectives.
Now, agents from across the country are using this model to build trust and do good in their communities, too.
It's a feeling that you really don't totally try to comprehend. You just do it, and you know it's the right thing to do, and your reward is the applause from within. You're not worried about a lot of people applauding from the outside. You feel it from within, and that's really huge.
This newscast you're watching is an hour long. In that amount of time, 5 people in this country will die from gun violence, and the repercussions reach far beyond just those victims. This program gives kids the tools to work to heal from that trauma.